Hi, I'm Herb Borger.
And I'm Patty Borger. Welcome to the basement.
If you haven't watched our first introduction video about our upcoming video series, may I suggest that you take a quick look at it to help set the direction of where we are planning on going in just a few weeks.
The main objective of this ministry is to prepare couples for and enrich couples within their marriage relationships.
Before we begin those video sessions, there were a few underlying thoughts, foundational teachings that we would like to share with you, the fundamentals.
The first fundamental is what we call the four voids.
Now, our culture promotes a consumer mentality, a what's in it for me.
Many people approach marriage with this same mindset of what they believe their marriage relationship will do for them.
People are looking for a partner that's going to complete them or fulfill them or give them a sense of wholeness.
We are seeking the same things. Every human being feels these voids within themselves and is looking for some way, somewhere to fill them.
Well, we have come to recognize four voids that every human being seeks to fill to some extent. You may realize these in your life or not, but they are there at all times and they're shaping our actions and our decisions, our lifestyle, and relationships.
These four voids are the need to be loved unconditionally,
We are looking to be loved just as we are. We believe and say things like, well, if you can't accept me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. Or take me as I am, don't try to change me, and I'm enough. Don't ask me to be anything more or other.
and yet we will do almost anything to experience that sensation of being loved. We will compromise our morals. We will act out of character because we want to be loved unconditionally.
The second void is the need to belong to something greater than ourselves.
We have a sense that in and of ourselves we're not enough, and let's face it, being lonely or having a sense of loneliness can crush our spirits.
The third void is the need for purpose and validation in life.
We all seek a purpose for living, to get up in the morning. We seek recognition and we want to be valued. We want others to recognize and validate our contributions.
And the fourth void is the need for freedom. We all want to be free to be who we are yet discovering ourselves becoming.
We want the opportunity to be ourselves, to discover who we really are.
Now, the problem in life occurs when we seek to fill these needs, these voids, with the wrong relationship or relationships, mostly through our relationship with our spouse.
We expect them to fill these voids within us, and we are left disappointed, hurt, confused, angry, unsatisfied, and a bunch of other emotions that arise when our spouse does not meet these expectations.
But it is the wrong relationship from which to find a filling for these four voids.
We need to look to our primary relationship, the number one foundational relationship in our lives, and that's the relationship with our triune God.
Through the fall in the Garden of Eden and through our own continued sinfulness, we have lost full communion with God that we were created for. The relationship was and continues to be broken.
Therefore, we experience these four voids, and it is our spirit yearning for the communion that we were created for.
We believe in one God, who is a trinity, a triune God, one God in three persons. And each of those divine persons has a relationship with us or wants a relationship with us to fill these three or four voids.
For God so loved the world that he sent his only Son to die on Calvary to set us free. While we were yet sinners, he set us free. That is unconditional love. In this relationship with God the Father, it is there that we experience unconditional love.
And it is through Christ's death and resurrection that that barrier between God and humanity was conquered. Christ triumphed over sin and death. We are now adopted into God's household as sons and his daughters. It is through our relationship with Jesus Christ that we belong to the largest family in history for eternity.
And it is in our relationship with the Holy Spirit that we experience validation, purpose. The Holy Spirit leads us and guides us to do the work that God has prepared for us to do.
And until we are in relationship with all three persons of the Godhead, we don't have freedom. Until we come into a saving relationship through Jesus Christ, we are slaves of sin and captives of the devil.
We find our freedom to be in our surrender to God. The chains of bondage to sin are now broken, and we can begin to learn and experience all that God has intended for us.
So in conclusion, we all experience four voids: the need to be loved unconditionally, the need to belong to something greater than ourselves, the need for purpose and validation, and the need for freedom.
These needs can only be filled through our relationship with our triune God, our primary, number one, foundational relationship. Not through our secondary relationships, the basement relationship with our spouse.
We'll look at the importance and contributing strengths of the marriage relationship with regards to the four voids in our next video, Fundamentals 2, which is the 3 E's of strong, growing relationships. Until then, blessings to you and yours from us in the basement. And remember, if you want to get in contact with us, you certainly can. Our email is 2_the_basement@icloud.com, or by snail mail
At Alive in Him Ministries, The Basement, 97 Douglas Road, Madoc, Ontario, Canada, K0K2K0.
or KOK2KO. Anyway, blessings. Bye now.